Morning, you guys. So it is Thursday, March 26th. The market already opened, so I'm a little late. It's 9:34, so I'm just gonna get straight into the top-down analysis. Yesterday, the candle it didn't close. It didn't break above structure or below structure at all. But coming into today, price was able to break below the structure. So we have a strong bearish candle on the daily, on the 4 hour. It looks like we kind of just got the break, so we didn't miss too much. We do have some resistance right here and the trend line right here. We also have a 4 hour demand zone right here, so a lot can happen. We can come to the demand zone, tap it, play in area for a way back up. We can come all the way down into the demand zone, tap the trend line, and then come up, or we could just invalidate it and break the trend line and invalidate the zone. So a lot of different things can happen. I'm just going to watch price action to see what it is that it wants to do. But that's the 4 hour. For the 1 hour, looks like, okay, so this candle is the candle that broke. We just got the tap from that 1 hour zone. So we got the tap here, came back, it tapped again, and now it's pushing down. So if we get a break of structure here, we'll have a new zone on the 1 hour. So we don't have that just yet. And then on a 30-minute, same thing. We got the break here, came out of this zone, but this zone invalidated because it came back to tap this zone. And like I said, once we get the break, we'll have a new zone. So, yep, same thing with the 15. And same thing on the 5. So what we would be looking for, and we have a way. We have something that we can get. We can get a little something. It's not much, but we can see. So the breaker structure that we'd be looking for is now here. Go back to, let me see. Yeah, that's the breaker structure we'd be looking for now. So if price wants to continue lower, we just need it to break structure here. But I'm not gonna lie, what it's starting to look like, if we zoom out, what it's starting to look like is we have a high, we have a low. No, we have a high, we have a low, we have a lower high, we have a higher low, we have a lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, higher high. That could indicate a reversal, that price is getting ready to change directions. But like I said, we do have a zone here that it could tap. We also have the resistance, and we also have this trend line. And it also could come back and test this resistance. And excuse me, I know I keep calling all of the lines resistance. Okay, so we have a support here. We have the resistance here. So this would be called support because it'll be the floor. And this would be called resistance because it'll be the ceiling. So we do have resistance that it could come back, test here, and then continue down. Or it could just continue down. So yeah, let's just watch price action. See what price wants to do. to get in. Just want to see how this candle moves. I want to see momentum coming out of the zone. A bearish momentum coming out the zone. Does it want to invalidate? That's giving invalidation. Noah. Okay, invalidated that zone. Let's go back to the 5. What zone is it going to? Or is it going back to the resistance? Might be going back to the resistance. Or even this zone, because this zone broke structure and it never came back also. I don't know if it'll go all the way back up there though. Is there a 15-minute zone? It came and tapped this 15-minute zone. Let's see. Okay, so a new 1 hour candle is about to open up in 5 minutes. So let's see how this 1 hour candle closes, because it did come back and tap the zone where price first broke structure. It did tap as well, and like I said, we have this resistance, so let's see how price closes. Golly, it already hit the 101. Pull back. Well, that was the 101 right there. You had to get in aggressive. Oh, that sucks. That was a clean price action though. True. I got in. Oops. I got in. It says I'm down. It must have gave me a late entry. How am I still? There it is. Okay. One. Did I put sell? What is that? Now price action don't want to be as clean. Oh brother. Oh brother. Oh, I didn't screen record it. I keep forgetting y'all. My bad. I thought it got me in sooner, right when this candle closed, but I guess it didn't. Let me just make sure everything. Okay, so we got the breaker structure. Price came back, tapped the zone. I was moving now. But yeah, so we got the breaker structure. So we found the trend. It was bearish. It broke structure to the downside. Um, so did price break structure? Yes. Did it correct and tap the zone? We got the correction back to the zone. Yes, we got in conservative, and we did our stop loss and take profit. So now we're waiting for it to hit one or the other. Price is doing whatever it wants to do. Why is the price moving like this? Like it's glitching. Like, what's going on? I might have to exit. I see a confluence that I don't like. Yeah, I might have to get out. I see something I don't like. On the 1 hour, this is a minor breaker structure. And if that's the case, this is a new zone. So it basically came, tapped the zone to possibly continue up. But I don't think so. We have this resistance. Let me just let it play out. Yeah. I was not liking what I see. But I'm trying to trust this resistance. I'm trying at least. It looked like it really want to keep pushing up. I'm going to trust my resistance. I'm going to trust my resistance. I'm going to trust that sellers will step in at the resistance and not let buyers take back control. We're just going to have to sit through this war. I don't know. If this candle can't push past this low, we're just going to have to protect our profits and hop out. Because I did get in like pretty, it's not that far from the zone, but I did get in pretty late. But none of these candles closed in the zone. So it's like I want to hold it at the same time. But I need price to push past this point. And I'm not getting that push. If this candle can, I'll stay in. If it can't, I'm going to get out. Was that it? That's it. That was it. Now it just needs to go. There it is. All right. As soon as it goes, we're getting out. Or as soon as this candle finish. We got 2 minutes left on this candle. One minute till this candle closed. Broke the structures and come back, tap the zone, and then it should continue down. That 1 minute is reckless right now. I cannot even look at it today. I can't. Usually I'll look at it to see how price is moving, but it's jumping today. I can't even look at it. It's going to make me want to hop out. I swear, the price action is doing too much. It's just doing too much. What is this? Y'all. I just know that just didn't happen. I should have went with my first mind. I should have went with my first mind. I'm not about to play with this trade no more. What kind of candle is that? Can we get out this trade already? Can we just get out already? I'm ready to get out. There it is. There it is. Let me get my finger ready. Oh, it already, see, okay, let me get out. I'm out. Wow, that was nerve wracking. That was so nerve wracking. We out, y'all. How much do we get? 770. I'll take it. Lord, okay, we should be out. We should be out. So I don't know why this isn't even updating that we're out. I'm so confused. We're out. Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, yeah, it updated. Okay, yeah, we're out. So what happened was, I could stop this. 40 minutes in that trade for what? Anyways, um, trusting your system and process, like trusting it, cause man, you know how many times I wanted to jump out? Okay. Recollect my nerves. Okay. So what happened was, came in, we saw a downtrend. Price ended up breaking the structure. So that let us know we have a bearish or a downtrend or sellers are in control. So that was the trend. That was the market structure. Then price broke this support, because originally it was support. Price broke support. So yes, we got to break a structure. That was the indication that price wanted to push lower, and it did. It came out of this zone on the 1 hour. This was the 1 hour zone, right? So let me type 1 hour zone. Oops. This was a 1 hour supply zone because price was selling out of this area. And now look at it. Anyways, where's my words? Yes, so this was a 1 hour supply zone, right? Because price was selling out of this area. So now, once we got that breaker structure, we needed price to come back and tap this zone. Again, we're looking at it on the 1 hour because this is where price action was the cleanest. So yes, we needed price to come back and tap the zone. This was the candle that came back. This was the candle that corrected back to this area, which basically was this resistance right here. Right? So it came back, tested the resistance, but it also tapped this supply zone. Once we got the tap, we needed to determine where we're going to get in aggressive, which was once it taps, we get in conservative, a candle closing outside the zone, or momentum coming outside of the zone, right? Or safe. Once we got a candle close outside the zone, momentum pushing, continuing, then you'll get in safe. We decided to get in conservative. So once the candle closed outside the zone, we got in. So we took our entry on the 5 minute. This is the candle that tapped right here. Once price started coming out, it did all of this. That was a long wick candle. It did all of that. Came back, closed here, and we got in on this candle. And we waited and waited and waited. And the reason I felt, now look at it. Just melting away. Probably gonna come back to this zone and continue. Anyways, the reason I didn't hop out like I wanted to, because we was in this trade for a good 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 minutes. And the reason I didn't hop out is because if you notice, this resistance, no candle was able to close or push above this resistance. I trusted my resistance line. I barely trusted the zone. I'm not gonna lie. I trusted my resistance line. I seen that no candle was able to close above, that sellers were able to hold price below, even though I was in drawdown a bit, quite a few times. Even though I was up a bit and then back down a bit, price never closed above this resistance. If price closed above, I probably would have hopped out, because this is based on 1 hour on a 1 hour. This ratio is based on a 1 hour zone. It's only 64 points, so it's not a lot, but I do have 7 contracts, so it does add up. And if you remember with MNQ, which is something I should put on here, I don't know if I will, but if you remember with MNQ, every tick is worth 50 cents. So 1 point, which is equivalent to $1, every time it moves $1, that's $2. So 2 times 64, that's about what, 128, or no, 200 and how much that would have been? Yeah, 128. And then 128 times 7. So that's how much I was basically saying I was willing to lose if we were to hit a stop loss. And then, but since price never closed above, I stayed in it. I trusted my process. I trusted my resistance. I guess I trusted my zone. And then price finally melted. Price continued for the sales, and we got out. So that was a trade for the day. A little nerve-wracking, again, because I kind of got in later than I wanted to. I really wanted to get in closer to the zone, but I guess you can say this is more of like a safer entry than conservative. Like I said, aggressive would have got in at the tap. Conservative would have got in at the close, outside of the zone, which would have been here or at the top of this candle. And safe, I guess you could say I got in safe. I got in between conservative and safe. So yeah, that was the trade for the day. I will see you guys tomorrow. We could possibly look for another trade, because price is moving pretty clean now that it broke. Ooh, give me back. Yeah. Now, let me make sure that's right. See. Yeah. So I don't really know if I want to, because price has what? Let's look. Like I said, we still have till this 4-hour demand zone. We could have aimed for even here for another break of structure, but we got our win. We're done for the day. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.